I'm not up to doing something like for today, like anything. But I gotta register something on the net, like gotta provide something that I really want to do because it's necessary to be promoting myself as something to register into your system that I'm gonna do this all the time. Like it has to register as well inside my system that I have to make out most of everything that I really want to happen all the time. Like once again, I'm drinking my cup of coffee this morning, and I gotta like definitely get into a lot of creativity, and just to let you know, I've been paying 1960s dollar exchange rate 3.2 on my multiple loans and dual loans actually, so that I can pay up faster. That's the essence of the 3.2 rate, to pay it faster as long as I'm consistent payer, and then be able to pay up one loan and then get another loan to pay for my other shopping loans, and then at the same time, once I'm paid, I'm still paying simultaneously the other loan to finish that off, and then whichever is the least amount loan, I'm gonna pay it really fast until I can loan again and pay my shopping loans. And I'm also borrowing money from my sister, whatever the total of my borrowed money from my sister. I also pay up with the 1970s instead of the 1960s 1970s currency, which is actually the 3.93, and same thing. The essence of that is to pay faster, and not only faster, it's because back in the 70s the people were richer. I'm paying like I'm thinking like a rich guy, like paying up like little by little, but it's actually the quality of that payment is actually a rich payment. It has to be 1970s for my sister, because if I put it all, I don't have to be rich to pay my sister up. To pay rich to the loans, it has to be the 1960s 3.2 currency. But with my sister, I don't have to be rich. I have to pay 3.93, which is a higher currency, just a little bit higher currency. That is making me in reality, 3.93 is the Philippine currency is becoming a little a little high. But I was paying up with my sister like that to pay it faster, because I also have the brilliance of paying with the 1970s to provide payment that is also from a little bit of a hardship of paying, but it's also a rich payment. But it's also brilliantly calculated through my finances, since I'm way back in college studying in accounting and finance and business administration and Philippine business administration, and I was doing this all to pay up with an asset and not a liability. And it's at the same time, my payment will not be a liability to me. It's going to be my allowance will not be a liability, since I'll be having a normal allowance without any hassles, and I'll be pay up multiple lended money. And I guess I'm pretty much happy about this, and I'm really enjoying the accounting, and I'm enjoying the music as well, which I also took in college in UP Conservatory of Music. I'm doing the new wave and raps, which I also voice lessons and guitar lessons in UP. And then I definitely was also taking college in informatics school, computer science IT, but didn't finish it. Uh, but I'm still doing all the computer. As you can see, I'm doing all my computer here on my cell phone, which is practically perfect. I'm doing all the computer training and computer studies through friends who uh, provide computer assistance. Like I've been assisted with computer chats in Yahoo, and back way back in there were the computer cafe started. I was provided speed to speed up the chatting and everything to browse the internet. Like I didn't used to have any internet back then in the early 90s, but I was provided, like with the audio and the visual editing and audio editing, video editing, and in my previous work by my friend, so that I have more apps to use. Like I can provide all these things that I have been encouraged to do my own thing, which I am doing right now. From my previous early computer days, like playing video games, I'm doing them as a reality with my sci-fi aesthetic and cyberpunk personality and liberty, and definitely enjoying college and everything. And one thing that I didn't really wasn't allowed to do was the college of English homeschooling for creative writing for English. My mom didn't accept that. She put me into accounting in Philippine School of Business Administration. I just found the flyers everywhere outside my house, and I picked it up. And it was a computer. I mean, it was an English course to be done, a 2-year course to be done at home. There was no internet at that time. It was all homeschool for creative writing, since I really liked writing poetry at that time, and even people in school, like teachers, like steal my poetries and everything, which I was supposedly to use as lyrics for a band that I had before in high school, but they stole everything. That's why I wasn't able to continue with my friends to be in a band. Nevertheless, my bandmates continued to work on with the band, and they are all famous now and everything, rock stars and everything. But they're doing my thing, which is I was supposed to be doing. But I got kicked out from all the scenes, from all that scenes, because everyone was stealing from me. Until up to now, everyone is stealing from me, like But nevertheless, I get free stuff, and I also think there's just a trade. There's a corruption in the trade business, like stealing, and like it doesn't matter at all. But it all comes to that there is no course in college where there's something like to prevent you from, like an anti-theft. There is no anti-theft course, so that people will manage to steal from you. But and like even it was all just like that. But this time I was going to be all generous and stuff, like it hits me in the head that in our alumni school, the prayer was for the prayer of generosity. I've been generous all the time. I was always being generous, even if the people were stealing from me, or I know that they were stealing from me or making fun of me. But I've been being very generous from what I learned from the verse in the Bible, where if you are generous, you're gonna prosper. But I'm definitely prospering in everything I do with the computer job and the music job and everything. I'm definitely prospering with all my fashion studies and everything, and I'm definitely not immune from any disease like corruption and uh, toxicity from people around. It just come all the toxicity when handed over in front of me, or like spoken or whatever, all just come to me as like the a placebo. It doesn't really affect me at all with the 70s outfit. It's not really my favorite to do the 70s outfit, but I managed to like it, turning it into a hoverbike, futuristic sci-fi aesthetic hoverbike uh, outfit, which is actually just like my original uh, setup for my outfit, which I still do when I have to go out, uh, go elsewhere. But here at home, starting from here, I have to be doing the 70s to just like from the quotes or teachings of Buddha, uh, the mess that you find elsewhere, like in the office or whatever, in the malls or everywhere, has to be fixed first from inside your house, and that's what I'm gonna do. I have to fix everything here in my house. It's been a while. It's been 5 or 6 years already since I've been staying here in my house, trying to recuperate and trying to cope up with how I can design the Philippine society into becoming a norm, which is now very much fine with me because I have the 70s outfit, which is actually not affecting my mental health and everything, and doesn't I don't get angry at all. Even if I know that I have to be angry, it just passes by like a placebo. They are providing something that is not that are worthless to me, and I definitely won't get any anger issues or any defense mode. Like this is actually the defense mode. It's like a shield, and it's actually what's seem to be like from the religious sense, like the religion is the best armor, and but the worst cloak is the religion. Religion is the best armor, but the worst cloak. But it's not really the worst cloak. It's like the 70s. A lot of people are doing it, like but it may be the worst cloak for people who are being toxic, because it might be not be the it doesn't necessarily mean like the worst cloak like rags or everything. It's actually the worst cloak or the most evil cloak, or probably the baddest. It actually the most bad boy cloak that never gets affected by toxicity and trash and insane people, like chaos doesn't get affected by chaos, and I'm able to think properly with all my calculations with finance and everything, and also compose good music and really well right now. Uh, Definitely won't be affected at all by getting the worst job ever. Like definitely with this cloak, with this outfit, 70s attire all the time. I'll definitely get a good job, and regardless if all jobs sucks, and I won't be affected by it. I'll definitely be on my 70s mode when I get a job, and also the looks like I'm tired of talking. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I also remember it. So I was gonna chill for a while. So my pets were actually male and female. Squirrel is female, and Enjoy turns out to be a male. I joined them together. They kissed. They kissed. They actually kissed, and then they were gonna have sex. They were gonna have sex immediately when I placed them. So I pulled out the squirrel. I don't want him to have sex because the squirrel is still a little small, but the females turn out to be smaller than the males. But I'll definitely be able to watch them having sex immediately when I do that again if I want to breed them. So that's just an update, and looks like I said enough. I might have forgotten to say anything that I wanted to say. Yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna probably take a shower or something after my. Let me get a cigarette break. So it doesn't really matter to me if I'm squatting here now. It always bugs me to do this because I learned this squatting mannerism from my bandmate before in high school. She was always doing this, and I seem to have copied him later on. Nowadays, just nowadays here at my home. I mean, even in my previous house, I was trying to buy posture correction and everything, like posture correction devices and everything. I wasn't able, and I was also doing meditation. I keep doing this now, all the time. I really hate doing this. I never done this back in in elementary, in grade 7th grade or 6th grade or whatever, when I was really maturing or having this teenage lifestyle. I wasn't even teenager. I was pretty much mature at that time. But anyway, with the 70s attire, back in the elementary, I would actually sit like this, just like how you see the models of the internet right now doing. They won't do the squatting position, but I would actually be like that as well, being in my teens or my pre-teens. But definitely I have to do it like this. But it doesn't matter with the 70s outfit. If I would actually sit down like this, it actually looks like like the 70s 70s movie, 70s inspired movie, Dazed and Confused. They would actually sit like this, but they were back in high school at that. But with the 70s outfit, with a cap like this, wearing it like a dreadlocks, like that. I actually look like the 1970s inspired movie, Dazed and Confused, squatting like this. And so I've been talking continuously. I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna get a cigarette break and all these cigarettes are not bothering me either, because with my original outfit, it bothers me to smoke cigarettes. But with the 70s, it doesn't bother me to smoke cigarettes, because 1970s was like this, just like the inspired 70s show, the Dazed and Confused. They would smoke cigarettes like this, wearing an outfit like this. They were just in high school. So like back in the college, before my before I entered college, I was I was going to was invited to do a sit-in in UP Fine Arts with my cousin who was studying there. He's in UP Fine Arts. He continued the college in US. He's where he's living now. Finished the college there in the Fine Arts of Chicago, Illinois school. I have the Illinois hoodie that he gave me, where what he used to wear in college in Illinois School of Fine Arts. And didn't really consider that as my education. I was just only sitting and hanging around with him. But I was provided like paper and like a poster, like Manila paper or whatever like that, and to draw what they were drawing. I was being the class was being hospitable for me to sit in and to do what they're doing art with this naked lady laying in front of the classroom, and they were copying it. I put wings and everything, but she was really naked. That was really something exposed. But all throughout my studies, like in college and everything, all the college experiences, like that, are all a way for me to enter my reality of being a hacker. So back in the times that I was studying like the computer, I was being informed what the parts and what to press, what the settings and everything, whatever I need to learn from the computer to become somewhat like a techie. There was at that time that was I was able to manage to hack a website, and it doesn't really make sense if you are calling yourself a hacker if you never hacked something. So based on reality, a hacker is only one that has already hacked something, like a computer hack. You cannot really call yourself a hacker if you haven't hacked something from the internet. But I already hacked something, and that's why it always my consciousness that I am already a hacker. Regardless what people say, I am already a hacker in reality. And that's what I've been doing right now, but not on the computer. I've been hacking things. I've been hacking the 70s outfit. I've been hacking all the time. Anything that I could hack. I hack my room, how to look like a hotel, or how to make me feel better. I hack everything like that. Even I have the fart solutions. I'm not really a doctor or a scientist. I hacked it I was studying it like a science, but it didn't work out with the pH level and everything, acidity in base, whatever like that lactose intolerant stuff. I just managed to find out that a lot of eggs would turn out to be eating a lot of eggs would actually, I eat 7, would actually suppress the farts and stop you from farting. And a way to hack that is to eat noodles, which are a lot of noodles like ramen or mami. Noodles are made from a lot of eggs, so that's the way to better use it. But instead of eating a lot of eggs, but if there are no noodles, you gotta do it. You gotta drink. I gotta drink 7 eggs in one gulp in a glass, raw. Works. and I hacked that, and I hacked the cloud shades. I hacked the Kurt Cobain hairdo. I hack my hair all the time, and definitely am a hacker. I gotta do a lot of stalking on the internet. Not really totally a stalker that is dangerous, but a stalker who is actually just studying so that I could hack it and find out. Doesn't necessarily need to find out anything about people, but finding things that I could hack, a lot of ideas that I could do, turn myself into working so that I can enjoy all the time. And smoking cigarettes seem to turn out to be a hacker's activity. Like when you get a smoker's cough, it's actually called a hacker's cough also. So it's actually only hackers smoke a lot, like me, and yeah. So it was that time around when I was studying in the computer school, where where I had a laptop, where I had to use Yahoo and do a lot of computer stuff. Where I tried out to hack something, then it worked. So basically, all the other colleges, like the business school in accounting and finance and management, turned out to be something that I could hack for in paying up for like my loans and my debt and everything. How I could manage my accounts, my financial accounts, and also my allowance. And turned out that I was gonna make some paintings. Here, turned a lot of stuff, hacking them, like turning things into antiques, instant antiques, and just like my Pitbull figurine, I hacked it to be a realistic features of the Pitbull, with the bone face, with the meat lover body, and the body of death being the body, and the color being a meat lover, the bone being the face. I just gotta transform it into a realistic Pitbull or Ambully. I turned all my ugly rings, cheap ones, into antiques, turned them into nice rings, and even my paintings, I turned them into antiques, and do a lot of hacking. And once again, my hair is hacked as the color of Kurt Cobain's hair dyes, so it looks good, right? Doesn't look like doesn't look bad. I gotta hack my hair into copying or checking out other hairstyles that I can make of. So this one's actually like, the hairstyle for the I copied from the look of the Nike Cortez shoes. Previously, before I cut this, it was actually the Daybreak, Nike Daybreak. I can do all sorts of hairdos with the 70s, and I can also do the dreadlocks look with this kind of look, this kind of hairdo, but I prefer doing it with a cap. So it actually, the dreadlocks will actually make your face look like an alien, or red out as an alien. So the cap would actually turn out to be like the dreadlocks, turning my face into alien. If you look at my face, it's like alien, but I have to do something with the cap to do that. But only on my 70s mode. So if I'm on my original mode, I'd be turning in my cap into a Converse appearance of Chuck Taylor's. So I guess I don't have to like finish my coffee. I gotta take a shower now. I gotta hack what I learned from college. I use them as tools for my stuff that I have to hack. That's what I'm saying. So, tools for like what I hack. When I make audio and video editing, I hack everything like like not necessarily like a computer hacker, but like the way I do things, like to like a life hack or a settings hack or whatever it's called. I call myself a hacker, and I gotta change my clothes now. I gotta take a shower. So do I gotta get a do I gotta get a another cup of coffee? But it's really hot in my balcony with a sun ray. I just turned on the air conditioning for another 24 hours. It just turned off. Had to keep it rested for 10 to 20 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 5 minutes, or whatever. Then I turned it back on for another 24 minutes. I mean 24 hours. So it's gonna turn off again at around this time tomorrow. So I have here my pets. Enjoy, the male one, and Squirrel, the female one, the squirrel looking kangaroo rat. And I learned that they were male and female because I placed Squirrel inside Enjoy's cage, and they they were they were gonna do it as soon as possible, but I removed Squirrel immediately. But it looks like they're pretty bored right now. Like I just heard like taps from Enjoy. Like right now, like he was tapping, like something like tapping bongos, or like this. And kangaroo rats communicate that way, where they make sounds from their rapping, and their tapping, and making sounds from their teeth. They don't really speak. Uh, that was really unusual. It was really like a tap dance, or like bongos, something like that. He was doing that to communicate with the squirrel while he's on the upper level. But squirrel doesn't seem to do anything but have an awkward looking sitting crouching position. Uh, she used to always like sleep comfortably, like looking like really relaxing and everything, like stretching, yawning and everything. But now she looks like somewhat like an awkward looking crouch or something most of the time. But even Enjoy was doing that. But Squirrel is eating more right now. Unlike before, she wasn't really eating before. She's getting bigger a little. She's gonna be a little bit smaller than Enjoy, because Enjoy is male and females are a little bit smaller. But probably get another one uh, for this other cage, and before I breed them. But I know how to breed them. I'm not scared of touching them or picking them up anymore. They don't bite. They're not like rats or mice, which can actually bite. But I gotta be precautious about this, but because they can still attack humans or whatever, but they're from the pet shop. They're not from the wild. So and gotta get my brewed coffee. I had to get down to get my coffee, but instantly I gotta get back up and then went down again to get my coffee. Then after that I gotta return back to my room. So Diesel was actually something that still exists as a brand. I see them from the hip hop chicks in the US wearing Diesel belts and everything. I only have one, which is a extraordinary ring that looks like the Diesel Indian. This reminds me of the Diesel, where I actually put this ring as Converse, though it actually appeals to my attire when I'm on jeans. It turns my attire into the original outfit that I have, regardless if I'm on my 70s mode. So I'm back to where I'm at. Earlier this morning, I'm drinking my coffee now. I was thinking about breeding my kangaroo rats now since I saw my pit bully figurine, which supposedly was my pit bull. My real pit bull was named, but my black one with the white parts. I call which is actually named Sex, but I named this figurine Perfection. So I just thought about since my other male kangaroo rat is has the same color of as Sex, my pit bull. I was thinking it's actually Perfection if I make them do it. I want to watch maybe I will try to make them do that. Maybe that's Perfection, since the female one, Squirrel, is not really looking good, having an awkward crouching position all the time, not doing her usual sleeping, relaxing posture. So maybe they wanna maybe they wanna it's gonna be perfect, or it's gonna be sex is going to be perfection for these kangaroo rats. Only wanted to name the figurine Perfection because I actually perfected the features of the real pit bull to my figurine. So I don't like the awkward posture of I gotta check it out. Maybe they're because Enjoy is basically in heat. Really want to do it, probably since Squirrel probably is also in heat and wanted to submit to Enjoy when they did the kissing and positioned at the back like a dog style stuff. After all this movie has been done, I'll be watching it and go back to sleep until I get my lunch break later on. I'm gonna sleep for now. Probably sleep or do something else. So this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna remove my ring and pick up a squirrel from his cage, probably be able to have you check to see how they're how they're gonna do it. Let's enjoy the black kangaroo red. And we're gonna join squirrel over. Check to see what I can do, and I'm just gonna pick her up like this. I'm gonna join them, and you see that they was gonna kiss or fight or whatever. Like I don't know. Definitely didn't do the same thing as before. They were gonna restrain themselves like that. She was gonna be like I don't think squirrel's ready for this. Squirrel, come on, squirrel. So squirrel wasn't actually ready for it. Like yesterday, they were gonna do it, so they were not ready for it. But as you can see, Enjoy is pretty much in heat, and he really wants to do it. And he's doing the tapping again. Looks like I need to get a response of taps from squirrel before they can do it. So it didn't work out for today, but yesterday they were gonna do it like there wasn't like anything like that before. They were all like she was being a little she was refusing to do it but he was gonna rape her like that because I was thinking of doing something next for the scenes, and once again it's going to be 45 minutes video discography, I'm glad I showed that, and let me see what I can do. Maybe I can play a guitar or something, new wave song, and refer to the what happened to the kangaroo rats. So the title of this song is going to be Please Me Now. It's going to be new wave. Please Me Now is the title. that was quite like, pretty much short for me. Didn't say everything that I had to say, but that was good enough for a 45 minute film once again. And so this is going to be Enrico Castrot once again, like, doing my thing here. And hopefully you understood the lyrics, like it was the content of what might have been for human beings doing the kangaroo rat breeding session or something, breeding style.